Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Already getting a little frog in my throat today. Anyway, how are you doing? I hope you're doing great out there. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will grab a little sip of my coffee already again. See if that helps a little bit with the speaking. Sometimes I just have very quiet days, and that's been a day. I mean, I've talked to a few people, and I don't know why. I just feel like I'm a little more quiet than usual today. So I come in here and start reading cards, and I think, oh, did I speak that much? But I thought I had. So anyway, this will be your weekly reading, Scorpio, for the week of December 14th through the 20th. And during that time, we have a waning crescent moon. And waning crescent is a really good time of surrender, rest, and healing. Just time to let go, rest, and get ready for the new cycle that is about to approach ahead on the new moon that comes in on the 20th. So, and of course, new moons are a good time for a fresh start, new beginnings, a good time to start new projects, new work, both inner and outer things that you want to make adjustments on this month. So keep those moon cycles in mind as we move through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter, Scorpio. So, as always, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't on the table for someone else. And your overall message for this reading, Scorpio, is hold your vision. Okay, let's see what the Scorpio Collective has going on for the week. As I'm shuffling the tarot cards, I would like to say that since my readings are free to you, all that I ask in return is that you hit that subscribe button down there. It's really simple, easy to do. All you have to do is make sure you're signed into Google or YouTube and hit that button to subscribe. It really helps my channel. I appreciate that so much. It is super easy for you to do. So I'll give you just a moment to do that right now while I'm shuffling these tarot cards. Thank you so much. And if you've been a subscriber, thank you for coming back and helping me build a community here. I know that I've seen, many people that are returning back week by week to see their readings, and I really do appreciate that. And I hope they are helpful to you, which is the whole reason I do this. So thank you so much for being here with me. All right, let's get into this reading. Scorpio, December 14th through the 20th. Hold your vision. Your present energy is the Knight of Wands. So your vision may have something to do with something that you're very passionate about, something that you love, something, I call this something that gets you up in the morning. It's excites you to think, oh, I get to get up and do this thing, but you're taking action on that right now. So, not always do we have time to really engage in our passion projects if it's not something that you do for work. Which, first off, if your passion is your work, that's of course the ultimate life. That's when work doesn't feel like work. For many, though, they have a day job, and then they have a passion thing that they do. So it looks like you're taking some sort of action, whichever situation that might be for you. But it's just a good time for that sort of action right now for you. Your current situation is that you're thinking about the future here with the Two of Wands, and it could be about this. Where do you want this to go? Sometimes those passion projects do turn into our work, which can, again, that's the best situation that you can be into, is not feeling like you're working at all because you love what you do. So hopefully that's a situation that you're working towards, but you're thinking about your future when it comes to this thing that you're so very, very passionate about. And you'll understand each different Scorpio, you guys will understand exactly what I'm talking about there. It'll be different for each of you. At the root of your situation is the Knight of Pentacles. So here comes action on the financial front and money that might be coming into you based on this action that you're taking on your passion. So, if your passion is something, let's say that you're really into woodworking, and so this happens to be a month where you've made some holiday items, and maybe you've gone to a show and people are buying those items. So if you're some sort of artisan or something, that the money is coming in, and it's about that passion thing that you've been taking action on, which is really awesome because the money, the universe is reacting to that. In your recent past here is the High Priestess. So this is calling upon our things like our intuition, really following synchronicities in the universe. And if you've done this in the past, you may have had this may have led to this action, is that maybe you had a dream or some synchronicity, or you had a creative idea that, and you're like, where did that come from? But you've acted upon it, and now it's being quite lucrative for you, bringing in some extra money, which is awesome. On your mind this week is the Page of Wands. So, this is a new path for you. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. So hold on just a second. Oh, I try to. Okay, little nose rub, fix that. Almost sneeze. This is on your mind. Page of Wands is, this is like you nurturing that passion. If you look, those new little buds are growing on that wand. It's almost like it's not quite a branch yet, but you're really nurturing it. And it is something that's kind of new to you, probably to take that sort of action. This could be something that's completely just a new passion for you. But it's on your mind a lot, and it's almost like, I feel the seeds of, you're thinking about the future with it, and how, can I make a little money doing this? Is that why this intuition has drawn you into this thing? Again, I used woodworking as an example. It could be anything. It's just something that you feel super passionate, and almost like it's the kind of energy that you're just so into doing it that you just enjoy. You could do this all day long, whatever this creative outlet or this passion thing. Again, it doesn't even have to be completely creative. It could be that you have found a new passion in, some technological thing, anyway, the amount of things that it could be is so varied and multiple. Of course, if you're comfortable sharing, drop me a comment down below. Let me know if there's a new passion that you found, and that you're starting to make a little money at it as you nurture it. And I feel like you are thinking, could this turn into something? So I do love that for you. What is just ahead of you is stability here with the Four of Pentacles. So, this may be helping you and helping your financial stability. And not only, I see that as financial stability, but also just stability. That, any of our fours that come out are about being stable. And it's just kind of helping. And this could be your mental stability, that doing this thing that is passionate for you, something that you love, is just really good for your mind. It clears your mind, it gets you into a good headspace, it keeps you in a really good mood because you enjoy what you're doing. So that kind of stability, that mental stability, is also really, really awesome. Let's see. In your advice position is the Five of Wands. So this might be some sort of debate that comes up. And this could be, doesn't always have to be with other people. This might be your own mental debate. I just had this in, I think it was the Libra reading, in the same position. So when this card is in this position of advice, I feel like it's saying that you do need to speak up and have your opinion, but also make sure that you're listening to others if they have an opinion on something too. Don't just push back without really listening and seeing what it is they might have to say, because it could just be a learning opportunity for you. What is beyond your control this week is a little bit of creative collaboration here with the Three of Pentacles. So again, that could be where some of this debate comes in, and maybe you're collaborating with someone and they just disagree with how you're going about something, but you express the reason that you're going about it in this particular way. There just might be a good friendly debate about that. So again, listen and pay attention and see what they have to say about it. But again, your overall message here is to hold your vision, not to hold their vision, but to hold your vision of how you might want to do things a little differently. And there might again be pushback from people who are like, well, I've done this for years and we've always done it this way, but you have a new idea on a way that might improve things and make things better, which is awesome. All right. What is your secret desire, or what you're trying to avoid, is the Queen of Wands. I would hope that it is your secret desire to take on her energy, because she, in the wand arena, is going to be about understanding this passion. And really, it's kind of the feminine side. Like the king is about just the knowledge and the real basic nuts and bolts of things, where the queen is about more the feminine, the understanding of why this drives your passion, why it lights your fire so much. And also, you can also see it in the people around you. So, if you're having a debate, you can see how passionate that person that might have pushback, but you do appreciate that passion in them, that they're so excited about this thing that you're also excited about. Look how many wands. I mean, so many wands in this reading here. Wands and pentacles. Very interesting. In your final outcome here is the Fool card. So this is leading you all onto this new journey. Again, I feel like you're wondering, if can this be lucrative enough to to make a living at? And it could be. I'm going to say, again, hold your vision. That's what the overall message is. Also, here's what's missing in this entire reading is there are no cups and there are no swords in this reading. So, does that mean you're not communicating? Does that mean you're not feeling? Maybe. And those might be things that you might need to kind of touch base with. I mean, you're very into the activity, the thing that is so passionate for you, and it looks like the money part of it. But is there something missing when it comes to how you're communicating this or how you're feeling about it, right? What is hidden from you this week is the Queen of Swords. So there's our first sword that appears. And if anything, the Queen of Swords is an amazing communicator. This is someone who says exactly what's on their mind, and does it in a nice way. It's not, it's not harsh, but she's definitely very opinionated. But that's missing from you this week. So again, because there's no swords, no cups, I feel like, are you feeling things the way you should be? And maybe not. Maybe there it's just not um a time for that yet, but are you also communicating? I feel like those when those elements are missing, you almost have to wonder why and ask about them during a reading. But you're taking off onto this new journey, and I think it's really awesome. It's something that you are super passionate about and something that looks like it can turn into being something lucrative for you. All right, let's get a final message here for Scorpio from the Soul Oracle deck. Final message for Scorpio. Don't push the envelope. Okay, interesting. Maybe let this unfold slowly. Like, let's not push too hard. Again, you're passionate about it. You've got a little bit of money coming in. And I would say, like, let's use the example of a bakery. Let's say you're very passionate about baking. And so you start baking and you're baking these cupcakes, and all of a sudden money starts coming in because you're getting a lot of orders for these cupcakes, and you think, oh, I'm going to go open a bakery, and you throw in the expense of opening up this bakery, only to find that the reason that you were doing so well because it was the month of December and everybody needed holiday cookies and cupcakes, and January is not so great, and February maybe not as busy. So like, don't push so hard that you throw all of your eggs in one basket. Like, let's just kind of feel this out, think about it a little bit, definitely participate and see how it goes. But it's almost like you want to do this new journey, but you want to do it in a slow, measured way, um so that you can build on each little success that you're having, if that makes sense. All right, let's see what you need to do in the way of self-care. Self-care for Scorpio this week. And the card that you get is the card called Mind. Excuse me. You are the master of your inner world, and you decide how the outer world affects you. Cultivate a calm inner state. So, yeah, don't push the envelope. Keep it calm. Keep it so that you enjoy it. Like, I feel like if you let something get too big too soon, maybe it stops being as enjoyable as it was when you started off and it was a passion, something you were cultivating and you loved doing it. If you let that get too big too quickly, it's going to get rid of this calm inner state that you like. It's the reason you enjoy this thing. So be careful. Like, just move slowly on this new journey is my advice there. So Scorpio, thank you so much for being here. I hope there's something that you can take away in this reading and use in your week. If you're comfortable sharing, of course, drop me a comment down below and let me know. Is there something that you are cultivating that may turn into a business at some point? I'd be very curious to hear about that. Also, once again, if you like my reading style, please hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps my channel, and I appreciate that so much from you. Also, it'll help you find me next week. So thanks so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.